Yo, what's going on, you guys, and welcome back. So today's video is going to be kind of like last year's video on how to win more FUT Champions games in FIFA 19. This year it's going to be for FIFA 20. Obviously, I wanted to wait a little bit later on into the year before I ended up filming this video. So many of you guys have asked me to make this on the live stream that I feel kind of like inclined to now. There's a few things that I've learned about this game so far that's not going to take like Elite 3 players to top 100 or anything crazy like that. But those guys that are maybe sitting in the Gold 3, Gold 2 category, there's a lot of little things that you can make better about your gameplay that'll take you to higher tiers and eventually get you better rewards. So throughout this video, guys, I'm going to have 5 tips for you to end up winning more FUT Champions games. If you guys do enjoy it, obviously, please just make sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you guys are brand new. This is typically not the type of content that we have on the channel, but because this video did so well and helped so many people last year, I'm hoping that this video will help just a few this year as well. Also, 100%, like, the comment section can totally be a discussion board of things that have maybe helped you guys out that you would like to share with everybody else too. I know everybody's just going to comment, oh, get your credit cards, but I'll show you guys my team. We're not working with the craziest team in the entire world. Obviously, I've put some money into this game just for the sake of my live stream and stuff, but I think that I've learned these few things and it's made me so much better as a FIFA player this year, and I want to share it with you guys. Let's get into tip number 1. All right, you guys, so the first tip here is going to be a super simple one. It's a weird one. It's obviously not on the game. What you're going to need to do is go down to your search bar here and look up Discord if you guys do have it, all right? The way that this works is obviously it's very easy to download, super quick. The way that you can do this is you start a Discord with all the pros that live in your region, okay? You're going to want them to all join it, and whenever they're searching for a game, you're going to want them to type the word searching, okay? Searching is going to be the key word. It'll let you know whether or not they're in a game. You can also stream snipe other people as well. That is a great way to go about it too. If you don't want these people to possibly do better than you or have a worse rank. If you guys do not have it, it's available on Windows. It's also available on your phone. So I will go ahead and I'll leave a download link in the description for this video, and we are on to tip number 2. Alright, I promise that is the only troll one of this video. I was so mad about all that stuff happening, and these guys have been dodging each other for years. It's about time that somebody called them out for it, and I just wanted to make some light of it in this video as well. Defending is one of the things that I struggled with most this year, and obviously I think a lot of you guys are as well. One of the biggest inconsistencies in this game is when you tackle the player and the ball ends up going right back to the attacker. But what we're going to talk about today is defending with L2 and R2, or left trigger and right trigger, depending what console you are on. It's basically the jockey. I didn't really use this at all, like never ever used this in FIFA, and this might be completely redundant to a few of you, but especially this year, I think it is so important, just simply due to the fact that if not every single player on your team is Van Dijk, you're not going to win the ball every single time. A lot of the times it is going to bounce back to your opponent. So being able just to defend with L2 and R2 to cut off passing lanes and get in the way of players and not necessarily have to go through the entire tackle animation and just kind of get the ball played to you and kind of play on with it from there is massive. So we'll go over a few clips here. All right, you guys, so this first clip here, as I'm just quickly going through my Twitch live streams to kind of piece some of this together, has something that I did wrong that you guys should know as well, and then obviously something that we kind of did right to make up for it. So as you can see, I end up pulling Van Dijk, which is not the right choice at all. What you're going to want to do this entire video game is try to not move your center backs, defend with your midfield as much as possible. Obviously, I got into a bad position with Van Dijk. I held down L2, R2 to track back, jockey very quickly to cut off that pass. This will work anywhere on the field. The big thing is, though, if you're going to jockey towards the person, make sure you've cut off every passing lane before you do so. That way, they have nowhere to go. You should be able to win the ball back, and obviously, you shouldn't be left kind of out to dry due to the fact that you cut off all passing lanes prior. One of my biggest faults with this video game was defending for the longest time, and this is by far the most comfortable I've ever felt defending. What I used to do was pull players out of position because I'd always just run with the player and try to tackle. With the jockey, obviously just using your midfield, you're able to maneuver around, not necessarily dive into plays and get your players all caught out of position. You sit back, you wait, you cut off the simple passes that you think he's going to make, and then you strike at the time that you feel necessary. If jockeying's already a thing that you've implemented into your game style 100%, like I get it. Once again, I said this video is hopefully going to take some guys from like the Gold 3 Silver category hopefully get them a few extra wins. It's not going to be anything crazy that you guys don't already know. But going on to the third tip now is the ball roll. The ball roll for me is what I find to be the most consistent skill move this entire FIFA, aside from L1 dribbling, which we'll get into later on in this video. A lot of people so far, if you look at Twitter, if you look at YouTube, they talk about how broken finishing is in this game. I agree, there are definitely times where it feels like you should have scored and you didn't, and times where maybe your opponent scored and you feel like they shouldn't have. The way that I've gotten around this is by using the ball roll right before the goalkeeper gets there, or using it to kind of create that little half step prior to taking the shot. So I have 3 clips here. Once again, these aren't necessarily the best examples, but they're little things that I found super quickly looking through my past broadcast. I want to make sure that you guys know that I actually use these tips as well, and these are things that I implement into my gameplay. That way it's not just me kind of like ripping off other videos or anything. So we'll hop into clip number 1 now. Alright, you guys, so clip number 1 is once again going to kind of show 2 things that I want to hit home on for this video as well. The first thing is obviously the ball roll. The second thing is how overpowered near post shots are this year. So as you can tell, we get the ball, we end up using the ball roll to beat that last defender and take the shot first time to go near post. Like I said, it is one of the most consistent skill moves, and I think one of the things that people struggle with the most this year is finding a way to beat defenders one-on-one without maybe having like the craziest players on their team. The ball roll is the simplest skill move. Pretty much everybody in the game can do it. So please try to implement that, and we have a few more clips to go over here too. Alright, so the second clip here is more of an example of getting the keeper on their heels, so that way you can kind of create that little extra space in order to take the shot. As you can see, instead of just taking a regular finesse shot, I opt to go for the ball roll and then still go near post with it, this time choosing to use a finesse shot. Driven shots work well this year. Finesse shots do still work very, very well this year too. And this is the second clip, and the third clip I'll probably just let play out and let you guys watch. So performing the ball roll before shooting has been the most consistent way for me to score this year, so hopefully you guys implement that, or maybe you already have. If you guys also have any other ways of scoring that works for you pretty consistently, make sure to comment it down below. Next thing we're going to talk about, obviously the ball roll was great for creating space. Another thing that's really awesome for creating space is dribbling with L1. L1 dribbling, I'm pretty sure it's kind of just called like strafe dribbling. I could have the wording completely wrong on that, but literally all you need to do is just hold down L1 and nothing else. In the example that I have here, I was kind of beating the crap out of somebody in a FUT draft match. We tried to just kind of show you guys what exactly is going on with it and how close the ball is to your body the entire time, especially with how much people dive in this video game towards the ball. This is an extremely easy way to kind of get around them, create that little extra bit of space, or possibly get yourself out of a situation that you're currently in as well. We'll go over the clip right now. Alright, so this is typically not what I would do in this situation. It's obviously more of a situation where you have 2 defenders kind of closing in on you. We're trying just to mess around and be able to show you guys exactly what it is we're talking about. As you can see, both defenders go for us. I hold down L1 and then obviously just hold the stick backwards. You can see my player easily maneuver out of the situation and go whichever way you want with it at this point. You could do a skill move, you could pass it, or like me, you could try to continue to kind of be like a jerk like this to get the guy to quit the video game. So L1 dribbling is obviously super effective if you're in tight situations or if you're trying to create that extra bit of space. Whenever I've played against pro players so far this year, they have been unbelievable at it, and also skill moves to get out of it too. That's personally something that I want to get better at. Going into the very last tip of this video, it's more of a psychological one with everything that we know that kind of goes on with FUT Champions going into like our 4th season of playing it now. FUT Champions is a massive, massive mind game, and if you let your emotions get the better end of you, you will have absolutely no success with this game mode whatsoever. And I know I said this in the last video as well, but the way that it works is try to space out your games. Don't try to play for hours upon hours in one sitting. I know a lot of you guys have jobs. I know a lot of you guys go to school. I know a lot of you, this isn't your job, kind of like mine. So you don't have all the time in the world to dedicate to this. You may only have like a few hour window to play. But if you guys can end up avoiding playing games after you lose 2 in a row, or playing more than 10 games one specific day, I think you will have a lot more success with this video game. Literally since FIFA 17 till now, it's been 10 games Friday, 10 games Saturday, 10 games Sunday for me. If you end up losing 2 games of FIFA in a row, like take a break, go for a walk, go get a drink of water, go do something else, just anything at all, and then come back to the game refreshed with kind of your mind in the right place to play the rest of the weekend league. Because I think we all know how aggravating this game can get at times, and once you start getting frustrated with every little thing that's happening, you're not from that point on going to win anything at all. I can promise you that, alright? But guys, nothing too crazy for this video, but I hope obviously you did enjoy. If you took anything at all from this video, please just make sure to leave a thumbs up. Subscribing as well is super awesome and appreciated. Like I said, this isn't typically the content that we have on the channel, but if you guys want more videos like this, I'm totally down for it. This took way longer than opening packs, so I hope you guys did enjoy. I'll see you guys next time, and obviously good luck with all your FUT champions this year. Peace.